I left my cheating husband, and 1 year later, now that I am happy and pregnant with my new partner, he is upset. Hey Reddit, I need to vent and maybe get some perspective. My name is Jenna, and a little over a year ago, my life imploded. I was married to Steven, who was 38 then, and well, let's say it wasn't a fairy tale. I met Steven fresh out of college. He was a manager at the building where I was applying. He was sweet, and since our relationship developed, I decided not to go for the job and applied elsewhere. Our relationship was good until we got married and started to try for a baby. After 2 years of trying, Steven and his mother, Martha, blamed me for not being able to get pregnant and said I wasn't a real woman. I ignored it all because I loved him, or at least I thought I did. Ever since then, he had this edge, this resentment. It ate at me, but I kept hoping things would change. Years passed since then, and we never recovered. I avoided everyone and focused on my job. I still did everything for Steven even though he was rude and treated me badly. Then he served me with divorce papers at dinner. He looked at me with this cold, empty stare and said he was leaving me for his co-worker, a 25-year-old. He said he'd never loved me, that I was a burden, and that he was finally happy. He then laughed. It was the most brutal, humiliating experience of my life. Things got so bad that I signed the papers just to make it stop. I couldn't bear to see him anymore, or the people around him who looked down on me. I left my job and moved back to my hometown, closer to my family. I cut off everyone who sided with him or treated me like I was the problem. It was hard, but it was necessary. I needed to rebuild, to heal, and I did. 5 months after moving back, I used my savings to start a small boutique. It took off quickly, and at a business event, I reconnected with Vincent, my high school best friend. He was always kind, but we lost contact due to Steven. He's 35 now, and he built his own successful company, but he's the most down-to-earth person you'll ever meet. We picked up where we left off like we never lost contact at all. He became my rock through everything. We fell in love. It wasn't easy, but I learned to trust again, and he was patient. It felt refreshing and real. He makes me feel safe, loved, and valued. A year and a few months later, I'm 7 months pregnant with our son. We're engaged, and I'm happier than I ever thought possible. My business is going well, but it's hard to manage since I'm heavily pregnant, so my assistant is running things while I rest at home. Yesterday, Vincent and I went to visit my sister, who still lives in my old neighborhood. We were walking through the park, just enjoying the sunshine, when Steven saw us. I didn't even know until later when I was checking my emails. The emails went something like this. You liar. You never wanted my baby. You planned this, didn't you? You always wanted to ruin my life. It was like he was a completely different person, someone I didn't recognize. It was terrifying. He's angry because I'm pregnant, happy, and I moved on. He's claiming I somehow stole the chance of him having a baby young. I'm so confused and upset. He always made it seem like it was my fault we couldn't have them. He never wanted to get a doctor's opinion, and his mother told him I was damaged goods. For him to be acting this way now, like I betrayed him by having a baby with someone else, I don't know what to do. I've blocked him, but I'm still shaken. Vincent is amazing, as always, but I can see how it's upsetting him too. He's worried about me and our son. I guess I just needed to get this out. It's so strange to have someone who treated me so badly act like I owe him something. Has anyone else experienced anything like this? How do you deal with someone who refuses to accept that their actions have consequences? I just want to be happy and enjoy my pregnancy. Update. Hey Reddit, it's Jenna again. I never imagined the fallout from my last post would be this intense. Things with Steven have escalated, and it's been a whirlwind of stress and disbelief. The emails didn't stop. They got more aggressive, more unhinged. He started visiting my sister, trying to get to me through her. My sister has been my shield, but she's also worried. She told me he was losing it, ranting about how I ruined his life and stole his chance at fatherhood. Apparently, his affair partner, now wife, Kate, and he have a son, and she's pregnant again. But after seeing me pregnant, he started to spiral. He's convinced he's the one with fertility issues, not me. It's a twisted kind of vindication, but it's also terrifying. A week after my sister's update, things got even worse. Old friends started reaching out, saying I should hear him out, that I owe him the truth. I was furious. They were the same people who turned their backs on me when he left. I was so emotionally drained and tired that I finally told Vincent, I can't deal with this anymore. Please just handle it. Vincent, being the man he is, stepped up. What I learned from him was even more shocking. Stephen found out his son wasn't his. Kate has been sleeping around, and he's not the father. He's blaming everyone, especially me, for his misery. When he realized I wasn't responding, he took to social media. He started dragging me and Kate through the mud, posting these wild, accusatory rants. It was a public spectacle, and it was humiliating. Vincent immediately contacted his lawyer. A cease and desist letter was sent, demanding he stop the harassment and defamation. For a while it worked. Stephen went quiet, but then he started showing up near my store. Not inside, but lingering. He'd stand across the street, watching. Sometimes he'd try to talk to customers, asking if they knew me. My assistant was understandably freaked out, and so was I. It's like he's trapped in this delusion, convinced I'm the root of all his problems. He can't accept that his own actions led him here. Part of me feels a strange mix of pity and fear. Pity because he's clearly in a lot of pain, and fear because I don't know what he's capable of. I'm trying to focus on my pregnancy, but Stephen's shadow hangs over everything. I'm scared, exhausted, and just want it all to be over. I'm hoping this is the end of it, but I know better than to hold my breath. Thank you to everyone who offered support and advice on my last post. It meant the world to me. Final update. Hey Reddit, so much has happened in the last 3 months. First and foremost, our son Liam is here. He's perfect, and Vincent and I are completely smitten. But as any new parent knows, the newborn phase is intense. Sleepless nights, endless diaper changes, and trying to navigate this whole new world of parenthood. I've been slowly rebuilding my strength, trying to get back to the store every now and then to help Tiffany, my amazing assistant. But between Liam and the lingering anxiety from Stephen, it's been a challenge. We've significantly upgraded our home security just to be safe. We didn't know how far Stephen would go, and it was better to be safe than sorry. He'd been showing up at the store almost daily, just standing outside, watching. I was never there, thankfully. But then he cornered Tiffany. He was rambling, demanding to know where I was, and she called the police. They talked to him and told him to stay away, and he did for about 3 weeks. Then he caught me. I'd gone to the store to handle some paperwork I couldn't do at home. And of course, that was the day he showed up. As soon as he saw me, he exploded, screaming in my face, saying I'd ruined his life, that I was the reason everything was falling apart. I was terrified, even though people were starting to gather. Thankfully, Adam, one of Vincent's best friends and Liam's godfather, walked over. He calmly pushed Stephen away from me. While I called Vincent and the police, Stephen got in Adam's face, being incredibly disrespectful. Then he hit Adam. Adam immediately defended himself. By the time the police and Vincent arrived, Stephen was knocked out cold on the sidewalk, and Adam was sitting with me, comforting me. Stephen didn't press charges, thankfully, since Adam was defending me. But he was still charged a small fine, and I got a restraining order. After that incident, we upgraded the store's security even further. Vincent took Adam out for a night of drinks and thanks, and they had a good time. A month later, Vincent and I got married. It was a small, intimate ceremony, just our closest friends and family. It was perfect. Our honeymoon was a much-needed escape, a chance to breathe and just be together. When we got back, I received a letter from my sister. It was from Stephen. He wrote an apology, a real one. He apologized to me, to Adam, to everyone he'd hurt. He admitted his faults, acknowledged his anger and delusion, and said he was finally getting help. He explained that Kate had left him, and he was struggling to come to terms with the fact that he was the one with fertility issues. It was strange. Part of me wanted to dismiss it, to say it was too little, too late. But another part of me felt a flicker of something like relief, not forgiveness. But he was finally taking responsibility, which made me feel like I could move on completely. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if Stephen will ever truly change. But for now, I'm focusing on my family, on building a happy, peaceful life. I'm grateful for Vincent, for Adam, for my sister, for everyone who stood by me. Thank you to everyone who followed my story, offered support, and shared their own experiences. It helped me more than you know.